According to About.com, in 1955, Play-Doh was invented by Noah McVicker and his brother Joseph McVicker. Fast forward to 2014, and this once wallpaper cleaner is now a loved toy by both parents, educators, and children. Many of us have memories of playing with Play-Doh as children, but I also have memories of my own children and the children I've taught playing with Play-Doh. According to the National Association for Young Children, Play-Doh is not just fun to play with, but also helps build the fine muscles in your children's hands that will one day be needed to write. Because Play-Doh is so helpful to develop these fine muscles, it is also good to learn how to make it. As a parent and a teacher, it can get very expensive buying Play-Doh. So learning how to make it with your at-home recipe is helpful. Today I'm going to teach you how to make Play-Doh. All of these ingredients are ingredients you should have in your home. To get started, you're going to want to gather your ingredients. For the recipe, you're going to need flour, cream of tartar, salt, oil, and water. Additional items that you're going to need to make the Play-Doh are 1 tablespoon measuring spoon, a mixing spoon, a 1 cup measuring spoon, and additional items you may want to use are extract. I like to use peppermint or vanilla for the scent, and food coloring. So let's get started making our Play-Doh. I'm going to take my large mixing bowl and I'm going to add 2 cups of flour to it. Next, I'm going to add 1 cup of salt. And last, I'll add my 1 tablespoon of cream of tartar. I'm going to sift the dry ingredients together. Next, I'm going to take my small mixing bowl. I'm going to add my 2 cups of warm water. Then I'm going to add my optional items. I'm going to add my food coloring. Usually a few drops works, but the darker you want it, you're going to have to add more drops. Next, I'm going to add the extract. I'm using peppermint extract. And I'm going to add a couple drops of it. If you want more of a scent, just add a little bit more. I'm going to take my mixing spoon and I'm going to mix these wet ingredients together. I'm going to add my oil last to my wet ingredients. The reason for this is that if I add the oil when I add the water and the food coloring, it's actually going to have a marble effect. Now that I've mixed my wet ingredients together, I'm going to add the wet ingredients to my dry ingredients. I'm going to start mixing the Play-Doh. Now it may take a little bit to get your consistency right, but when you're done, your Play-Doh consistency should be about that of cookie dough. You'll end up mixing for about 2 to 3 minutes, and if you do need to, you can add a little bit more flour to get the right consistency if you want. This is what my Play-Doh looks like after mixing. The more you mix it, the more consistent it's going to get into the dough form. Here I have Play-Doh that I made about 10 minutes ago. It looks like the Play-Doh we get out of the jar. It's really easy to make and it smells great. The color can be different. You can add different drops to it, but my kids love to make it with me. So, as a parent and a teacher, learning how to make your own Play-Doh is very inexpensive and helps on costs in the classroom and as a parent. So next time you're thinking about making or buying Play-Doh, just think of the at-home ingredients you already have and try to make it yourself. It's easy and it's fun.